Hey, I just want to let you all know that before the game starts, I recorded this while I've been very sick. Unfortunately, I got some sort of flu, and so I shouldn't have done this, but I wanted to make sure I got this game out for the players and for the fans. I hope you enjoy, and please don't be too critical of this game. It's not my best, but I tried. Hello, welcome in everybody. We are here for the Open Qualifiers 2. It is the Swiss rounds, round 1. Team Fish Taco will face off against Team YOLO. I will try to get us through this the best I can. I will apologize. I am not feeling all too grand today. Got a bit sick recently. So, I gotta make sure I have the rosters open, because people don't like to use their names that they want to go by. Here we go. Got that opened, so I can see everything. So here on Team Fish Taco, we have Tony Top, obviously on the top lane. Amazo as the jungler. It is Sudzzi as your mid laner. Levitate as the ADC, and I believe it's Jido. The coach is filling in here as support on Yumi. They're facing off against Team YOLO, who, as long as the document is right, we got Foj, F-O-J, in the top lane, even though in-game name is Honey Boba. We have Wynncraftian here as the jungler. I'm just changing this around. Xusty as the mid laner. SageWabe, I think it's the name, SageWabe, as ADC, and Nostalgia Lee as the support. Try to get us through this the best I can, as Tony Top looking to play aggressively. Already on Foj in this top lane. Tony Top is playing their signature Jax here. Something that Tony Top is very well known for, having, before going competitive, been a one-trick on Jax. Obviously, has been playing competitively for quite some time, and it's far better than just being a Jax one-trick. But still, anytime we get the Jax top for Tony Top, it is a treat. So now, even there, with Foj getting a little bit of extra damage onto Tony Top, the respect you have to give to this Jax player who goes in, was looking for the counter-strike. Ignite is already taken on him. He's got to be careful, though. Dashing in. Does he want to flash? Flashing a little bit early, and then dashing out of there. Tony Top survives against Honey Boba. Foj not able to get the kill there. Was very close. Now Amazo in the mid lane. Flash away, but an audacious charge already connected on to Snowflake. Not going to get the talent strike. Having to fall back off of that one. Bot lane having another trade. Every lane looking for a bit of action here. Levitate took a lot of damage there from the Lucian Melio comp here. Smolder Yumi will have great scale, and later into the game, oh, Sudzzi getting a good amount of damage there onto Xusty. Ari forced to recall pretty far back too, because you have to be careful of the lightning strike. The snipe you can have with that. I've seen already here in the open qualifiers, we looked at Moss playing that way, and those bolts can do a lot of damage, especially if you're good on finding those picks. Shows the Swain mechanics that some players had before picking up Hwei. But right now, despite a lot of the skirmishes that have happened between the two sides, nobody falling just yet. Bit surprised. Looking at these two teams, like, on paper, you're going to favor Team Fish Tacos. This is a team where you have a lot of players who have played in Tier 2, who've played in promotion tournaments, who've been around the scene for quite some time, and have been dominating forces in their respective lanes. While on the other side, Team YOLO, a lot of new faces here. A lot of players we haven't seen even compete in open qualifiers to begin with. Some we have, but some definitely new to me, like Wynncraftian here in the jungle. I haven't seen them. Foj is another one. I've seen Xusty before, and Nostalgia Lee we saw in the last open qualifiers. You got quite the task here to go up against Team Fish Taco. Team that's seated very high is that is going to be the heal used by Sage in the spot lane. Having to use that early to keep Sage alive. One summoner down where you're just looking for a little bit of poke. Mid lane, Sudzzi getting some action here. Xusty taking low again and already TP'd back into lane. So going for this recall. Actually going to be really devastating for this Ahri. And I think that was a canceled recall too. We saw on the minimap. Oh no. Team YOLO, you got to live up to this name soon. As I look at your composition, and this is a composition that mid-game, around a lot of these skirmishes, they'll do great. But they got to make sure they're getting these skirmishes in the first place. They're not getting chunked out like that. Where Xusty, you might just get sniped underneath the turret. The Maw clamping down, but Nostalgia Lee helping turn it around. No! Sudzzi surviving. Narrowly does he not fall. Wait, what? Hold on. We gotta rewind this one and see what happened here. Hello? What happened here? So let's keep our eyes on Snowflake. So, oh wow! It was just the snipe. Pure and simple, the bolt. I was talking about that before. I'm saying that does a lot more damage than people give respect to. And crash. The lightning gets the first blood there for Sudzzi. So look at that. He'd already gotten the Dark Seal beforehand. Now coming back into back into lane with boots. That is unlucky there for Xusty. I was just saying how this mid-game, these skirmishes need to go well for Team YOLO. When you're losing out, especially mid lane here, Hui has insane scaling. He's not getting punished here at all. Good charm, though, does land from Xusty. But another lightning bolt crash. Getting a lot of damage onto Xusty as he constantly is throwing out this harass. Sudzzi wants to add more stacks later to the Dark Seal. Not going to get so. But we see across the map that it is going to be the take on that dragon here. Wynncraftian has already gotten that dragon for the team. And earlier, we did see that. I didn't talk about it, but the Void Grubs were traded 2 for 1. Amazo just kind of grabbed 2, left the single 1. Didn't really care that much about it. That way they can reset, get back on the map quickly. Top lane. Counter-Strike not connecting. Expecting these two to actually look for a rumble sooner rather than later. Fat minion wave stacked up here by Tony Top. Getting rid of that one. Popping the Grandmaster's Might as the Wind Slash. Only doing a little bit of damage to Tony Top. Not going to get the execute. Just trying to force him away because Posh knew that was a dive setup, a solo dive for Tony Top that he was looking for with that ultimate as well. So deciding, might as well pop your ultimate there. Throw out the Wind Slash to get a little bit of chip damage. Clear out the minion wave the best you can. You don't know, well, at least you didn't know where Amazo is. Like, look at the vision control on this top quadrant of the map that has been set up so far by Amazo and the rest of the team. It's allowing them where this actually could be a little bit risky. Sudzzi having to flash early, try to get the movement speed back towards the team, but the Ignite is taken to get a kill for Sage. Flash in, cease and desist onto Levitate, but they already have the flash in from Amazo, getting a lot of damage with the calling body block, but the Crescent Strike couldn't do enough to save their life. 2 picked up by Team YOLO. Those are the kind of skirmishes I want to see out of this young team with a composition like this. I got to keep putting up that kind of pressure. They had really good vision control. I actually didn't get to talk about that beforehand. Well, I was talking about how great Team Fishtaco had on the top quadrant to really make sure that Tony Top was set up. Well, the opposite was true on the bottom side. It was Team YOLO who had all this control, so as Sudzzi was rotating, they had a great collapse, a great answer to pick up the kill, but now we're seeing the bot lane. Final chapter thrown out. Here's Mom called in, getting a lot of healing for Levitate. The poke, the slow, one more auto, 2v2 kill for Levitate. That's going to be the biggest problem here for Team YOLO, is that they don't have scaling on their side. It's scaling favors that of Team Fishtaco. They got Smolder, they got Hui, they have Yuumi on their team. Jax especially, all these champions gonna be monsters if we get past 25 minutes into the game and the game is dead even. And so while Team YOLO had that one skirmish that worked out, they're still not winning any of these lanes. In fact, look at that. And Sudzzi got picked earlier. for his rotation. He's actually getting way more damage onto Xusty in this mid lane. And that, again, is a Hui into Ahri. Ahri should be looking for a lot more poke here, a lot more pressure as the assassin. Because assassins are great in Hui. Hui being so immobile, really susceptible, especially early into the game when he doesn't have any of his scaling yet online from the items. So the fact that Sudzzi is getting this kind of, it's not even a lead, but just this kind of pressure, where we've seen Snowflake, aka Xusty, recall quite a number of times here, just because Sudzzi constantly is harassing him. Bot lane 2, Levitate, and Jido playing Smolder Yumi up against a Lucian Melio, which is normally a very heavy lane dominant force for the side of Team YOLO. I like this play, though, in the mid lane. Spiraling Despair, they didn't land the charm. Where's the Cease and Desist onto Sudzzi? They didn't even use that to lock him down. The Wombo combo, the reason why you have Vi and Ahri, the Cease and Desist into the easy charm, didn't even utilize that. I think the fear had lasted so long there from Sudzzi that Wynncraftian just wasn't ever able to use that, and so decided once they saw the rotations there from this bot lane to back off, because Jido is there on the back of Amazo. That would have been a 2v3 that definitely would have gone the way of Team Fish Taco. But because that play didn't work out for the side of Team YOLO, that means they're losing a lot of pressure. Top lane still getting harassed. More Void Grubs will be picked up by Team Fish Taco, all the while Wynncraftian in this bot lane. And yeah, a lot of people, there's a lot of arguments on how good are Void Grubs, how strong are they. Ooh, good spy out there from Jido. Throwing out the Prowling Projectile saying, you know, no contests for Amazo at the Void Grubs. We got 5 of them for free. I have a sneaking suspicion someone's setting up a dive in this bot lane. And sure enough, we're able to find Wynncraftian right there. But speaking of which, there is still this nice vision set up by Team YOLO on this bottom half. Like, look at how much control they have. Amazo, as he moves up, is going to be spotted out by that control ward. So while the dragon is being taken here, should be taken fairly easily with all the setup already for the side of Team YOLO. Second objective of the game, second neutral of the game. Amazo looking for the pressure onto Sage. Able to get the dash away, not getting the root though. Chu also not connecting for a slow and burst of damage. So losing that final chapter out of Jido, it's okay. It's not the best thing, not the worst thing for Team Fish Taco. As this is the team, their composition, they're okay with the game being slow, monotonous early into the game. No skirmishes early, fine by them. And even look here, Tony Top. Wow, that was a lot of damage onto Foge. Foge, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize. You can correct me in the comments if you want. I also apologize if I don't sound the most exciting. I am sick. But I know I need to record this. I need to get this out for the players. So I don't have that luxury. I'm taking a day off. So if I seem a little out of it, you know why. You know why. Well, we're going to keep going. We're going to look at this. Tony Top about to get attention here from Wynncraftian. Leap strikes away. That's going to be the counter strike, but they already popped. Broken Blade on the other side. Trying to chase down Tony Top, using the Grandmaster arms and also dashing away with the leap strike. But guess who's here? It's the mid-jungle duo. Tony Top flashing away. The Ignite's not enough to take him down as Foge tries to go back in. Wind Slash had already... No, it hasn't been used just yet. The flash in from Snowflake does pick up 1 kill. Flash away from Sudzzi. The crash down. Not in time. They've already got a double kill out of Xusty with Amazo dashing back in. Wynncraftian surviving for so long. The heal and shield gets a triple kill for Xusty. There we go. Nicely done there from Team YOLO. Turning that play around. Getting a triple kill for Xusty. This Ahri now 4-1. I was just saying how they've got to do something. They gotta make sure this mid game works out for them. That they get this pressure onto the team. And right there, that was a great skirmish from Team YOLO. Nobody can see this, but I'll say sometime I'm recording and you're watching this later. My wife just walked in. Now she's looking at me while I'm casting this, and she knows I'm not feeling well, and she's just staring me down. And she's not happy with me, but it's okay. I've got to do this for the players. Just the one game, honey. She just wants me to take care of myself. Oh, Tony top though. Tony gets posed in the top lane. Deep strike. That's a lot of damage within powered auto attack, but Wynncraftian's here again, scaring away Tony top. As here comes Sudzzi and Amazo. A 3v3 in the top lane again, but it's not quite that because the TPs are there. Wynncraftian getting a lot of damage on top of him. Mom called in for the heal. Almost taking down Wynncraftian. He's burning. Lightning strike does not crash down to pick up the kill. But with all 5 here from Team Fish Taco, the charm connects on to Tony top. The dash back in. Xusty unstoppable, but unfortunately does not gain them control over the Rift Herald pit. It is still Team Fish Taco making sure that they are hitting Shelly, looking for that objective. While the other side, re-engage. Wynncraftian still low. Season assist. They do get the steal onto Shelly and get the kill onto Amazo. But Sudzzi low, but they've got so much. Levitate's time to step up and levitate himself, flashing forward for the kills. Wynncraftian cannot get the kill. Shutdowns abound for Team Fish Taco as they ace Team YOLO. There we go. Wife wanted to know how she could let the dog out. And I had to take a breather anyways. But there we go. Levitate. That's the time to step up right there. Picking up so much gold in that fight. Getting the turret top lane too. First brick gold for the Smolder. Like, let's take a little check-in on the gold because now we got quite a lead. The discrepancy between the two teams. 1,000 nearly in the top lane. 500 mid lane. 1,000 between the ADCs. 700 between the supports, which is kind of weird. Team Fish Taco, after that play, it was messy, but Levitate carrying this game, lifting them back into the seat of control. That's now the 3rd dragon of the game. Could be the first one for Team Fish Taco to pick up. Denying that soul stacking that could have been there for Team YOLO that they really did need. As a team that I talked about having really good skirmish, really good mid-game fights. They need anything that can get them past the scaling that's going to come through from Team Fish Taco. And now losing that dragon, because that could have been in soul point potential. Yes, it's an ocean dragon. Not that great for this team. But soul's a soul, as I always like to say. Soul is a soul. So losing out on that does slow down the game a bit, which is only going to favor that of Team Fish Taco. Now, as you see, let's see. They have some gold they can spend, but not much. There it is. I was looking at Smolder. I was looking at Levitate. I knew he could buy a second item. Spear of Sojin and Essence Reaver. Usually I see one or the other, not both. Interesting. I also see the debate whether he's an ADC or a hybrid caster. I've seen both builds work pretty well, getting a lot of damage. How many stacks does Levitate have right now? 150? Not bad. Getting close. Once you get the 225, the execute for Smolder. Team Fish Taco now pushing back a lot of the vision. Keeping at bay the members of Team YOLO who've now spawned Shelly here in the mid lane. Uh-oh. Wait. There we go. Wynncraftian, Tokyo drifting that one around. I actually really like that. I'm going to rewind the play because I want to watch Wynncraftian beforehand. Just watch this. He accidentally grabs Shelly and takes her the wrong way. Like right there. Like, look at this. But then nice curve to get it around. Get the crash in, but puts himself at danger. They engage from Amazo. Looking for when becomes lightning. Wynncraftian does take a lot of damage. Not Wynncraftian, what I'm saying. Sage takes a lot of damage there. They're going to be all right. I was expecting there actually to be more of a fight, but I just really wanted to see how Wynncraftian Tokyo drifted that one. Did a good job with that. Whew. Okay. Levitate trying to save the mid lane turret. Getting a lot of damage there on a Sage. Wow. Look at that burst in. Mom called in too. The healing that you get on top of that. But the calling. Scaring away the dragon. Spitting your own fire there, Sage. To scare away the Fed ADC here of Levitate. Not too bad there. Just got to be careful. Levitate does have to be careful with Xusty on the other side. Spirit rushing double up just to get away. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I have faith in myself to try to observe at the same time as cast. We can try it, though. We can try it. Try anything, right? But both teams, a bit of a stalemate. And anytime there's a lull in the game, it's always going to favor Team Fish Taco. Gives them more time to scale up, more opportunities to complete these item spikes. I guess Tony Top, Frozen Heart, you'd think not an item spike for a Jax, but just having a second item in general gonna help out a lot here for your Tony Top. And especially up against Riven, who's now not gonna be able to do anything. Riven, Vi, Lucian. This Jax was already difficult enough to deal with, as he is just someone who is a terror in the side lane. Once you get to the late game, it's 12 and level 12. Level 16 is really that spike. Good push there from Team YOLO to take themselves that turret in the mid lane. Get a little bit of gold. Not going to really see anything. Not until we have that dragon spawn up. Unless, of course, you can find a pick here on a Xusty. That was the charm connecting. Amazo taking a lot of damage as well. Forcing out the Spirit Rush of Xusty. Not the longest of cooldowns, but a fairly decent cooldown at only at the second level here. You really want that level 16 to have the short cooldown for Spirit Rush. Sudzzi back into the top lane. Just going to crash another wave. Wants to keep a lot of these turrets pinned so the rest of the team can slowly move up that line of wards. Pretty much just get a no man's land built up by both teams. Team Fish Taco are the team that are really in control. Just look at the vision. Let's see if I could toggle it. If I remember how to toggle. No, that's not it. There we go. No, that's... No. How do we do this? No, that's all them. I don't remember. All right, I'm not gonna mess with it too much and break it. I can't remember, but just look. Look at this. Oh, wait, hold on. We're gonna pause it. Just like look at this. Look at this. All this vision. There's a control word up there for Team YOLO. Vision, 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 vision. They spot that out so they know they're there. There's a little bit of ward control here that was set up by Team YOLO. Vision, vision. These are flank wards that you have available for yourself. There's just so much going way of Team Fish Taco. I'm worried about Team YOLO here. This, I think, is going to be their one time to have a good fight here if they want to get this game back in control. They have to have a really good fight here. If they kill Levitate and Sudzzi, they can get back into this game. But it's all dependent on this fight, I think. Okay. As the dragon is going to spawn, we have the lightning bolt crash getting a bit of damage there on to Xusty. All the while, Faj does find out Team Tony Top. Counter-Strike didn't want to go for the leap in just yet. Was trying to group with the rest of his team. While the dragon has spawned, there's the engage. They get a lot of damage on a Xusty, but he's going to survive. Faj unable to join in. A lot of poke. It is going to be secured by Team YOLO with the cease and desist in the back line, but they already got Sudzzi to go golden, and the kill on to Xusty. The mom doing a bit of damage, a bit of work as Wynncraftian barely surviving himself. They haven't only gotten the one kill. Looking for some snipes onto Team YOLO. Okay, I tried to do the observer work there at the same time. We're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. That was so difficult. We're just casting from now on, okay? We're letting directed cam do its job. But getting the kill there onto Xusty, getting the even if the dragon was secured, third one of the game for Team YOLO. They lose out on the pressure. That was a nice CP from Tony Top. as they are already on this Baron, 50%. Look at Wynncraftian, spotted out. Do they want to engage? They spot him out with the eye, get the root, and then they get the bolt to crash down. But then they re-engage onto Faj, who gets a nice shield as he tries to dash away with his own broken wings. Flying out of there. Dragon has been stopped for Team Fish Taco. This is Team YOLO getting a charm there mid lane onto Tony Top, who leap strikes away. Okay. I did say that fight could be the end of the game for Team YOLO. And maybe I spoke a little too soon, because it wasn't as one-sided one way or the other. Yes, they did lose Xusty, but the bigger thing was, had the Baron been secured by Team Fish Taco, that was going to be the game for Team YOLO. There's just no way they come back into the game after that. But the fact they do stop the Baron, they got 3 dragons for themselves, there are windows. They can still get that soul. Maybe, but then you're relying on an Elder, and you're a team that is going to fall off here. We're already seeing how difficult it is for them to navigate a lot of these fights. Like, just how much damage Sudzzi can do before, as Levitate doesn't even get tagged by the damage. Cease and desist so far back into the turret. The flash away from Levitate with the execute takes down Wynncraftian. That was Team YOLO looking for the engage. They YOLO'd that fight a little too hard, because now you're not going to live again with a dash in flash counter strike. Tony Top smash in the face here of Team YOLO. Another kill for Levitate. Amazo's on the board finally. And with 3 dead of Team YOLO, that is going to be the Baron for Team Fish Taco. Oh. You all don't know how hard it is to shoutcast when you're feeling like I'm feeling right now. But it's okay. Team Fish Taco. That, I think, was the final nail in the coffin for Team YOLO. Unless an absolute miracle happens here. Baron picked up. Rift Maker completed by Levitate as the 3rd item. They're getting 3rd items completed. For Smolder, for Hui. Having those two this far ahead. Like, look at the gold. Almost 1,000 between Sudzzi and Xusty. Almost, yeah, it is 2,000 between Levitate and Sage. Supports don't matter. Jido. You're the coach. You're playing Yumi. Even if you have a 2K gold lead. Unless you went for the AP Yumi build. Then don't matter. Not in my house. Anyways. Team Fish Taco now. Setting up the siege. Look how quickly they topple those structures. They're made of paper here. More like sandcastles as they get crushed under the weight of the wave that is Team Fish Taco. Amazo was even set up. They had a 4-1 setup with the jungler mid lane. That's wild. Looking for the engage. But look how much damage they just do to Xusty, to Wynncraftian. Levitate barely taking any. Throwing it right back in the face of Team YOLO. The claw clamping down for 3 more kills out of the side of Team Fish Taco. Movement speed, void mites. They're all spawned here. The Baron up minions crashing down mid lane. With 30 seconds until they have their mid laner back here. The wave clear. It's looking hopeless. Foz tried to go for something, but they just don't have enough to take down Levitate. He's soaring above the competition, not only from Smolder, but just from being Levitate himself. Flashing away, Sage, you'll survive. But it's the end of the game. Team Fish Taco will move to 1-0 in the Swiss. Thankfully, this was not a long game. Because, man, was I starting to get ready to cough again.